Hello, and welcome to Getting to Know Your Friends. I'm your host, Zach Rowland, and today with me, my friend, Matthew Jimenez.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm going to give you a side applause because I'm holding on to my...
Can I give myself a side
mug.
applause?
Yeah, give us both side applauses.
Can I do it on your leg?
Yeah, I'll do it on your leg.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Good. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
How are you?
I'm great.
Good. We're both holding mugs with water in them.
With water.
To
Maybe
wet the whistle.
Vodka.
So, well, I don't know. Does yours have vodka?
I might be getting drugged here. I don't know.
Oh, you figured us out.
Shit.
See, that's it. We just drug people and we do things to them by the end of the show. So,
That's...
yeah. Getting to know your friends inside and out.
All the sides.
So thanks for coming onto the show. We want to get to know you a little bit more. We, as in me, and the fans of the show. All, I think, like 3 of them now.
At least 5. At least
5?
At least.
Nice. You, I think, being one of them.
Yeah.
Definitely. And thank you for that. It's really great to have people checking stuff out. So now I get a chance to get to know you, which is awesome. So, Matthew, where do you originate from? Where were you born?
Oh, I was born in Florida. Actually.
Really?
Cape Canaveral. We were just talking about Florida before.
Oh, yeah.
My father was Air Force, so...
Okay, Cape Canaveral.
Down there for about a year.
Okay.
Before being shipped up to Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have no memory of it. And, obviously, I'm 1 year old.
Sure.
I had a memory of 1 year old.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah, it would. You'd be like some sort of X-Men, I think. Or maybe like your power was memory. I don't know, that'd be weird though.
But it only comes in puberty, so I just get flashbacks and everything.
Yeah. That'd be weird.
But no. So it was Omaha, but still, Air Force. So shipped up to eventually Michigan, and that's where my memories start.
Okay.
And then down to a small town near St. Louis called New Baden, Illinois.
What is it?
New Baden, Illinois.
New Baden, Illinois. I thought you said it differently the first time, then it was maybe flashed in my mind as something different.
It doesn't matter. It's like 2,500 people. If any of them are watching it, then, give them one of them.
Oh, that kind of town. Watch
that
out,
kind
people.
of town.
All right.
Yeah.
So New Baden. And so how long were you there?
10, 11 years.
10, 11 years. So that puts you to what age when you
16.
left? 16. All right. So let's elementary school, middle school in New Baden. Let's get past that. Like, what do you remember as being like a substantial moment in your adolescence, your high school years? Like, when you moved?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what happened?
Moved to Omaha.
Back to Omaha.
Back to Omaha.
Okay.
My family still was Air Force at that time, so there's luckily which Air Force base is even up there? I don't even know anymore.
Is it Offutt?
That's Offutt, yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. I went there on a little Boy Scout adventure thing.
I should know. I worked there for a summer.
You did, and you don't know the name of the base? What did you do?
Oh, I was hired on, I thought, doing something technical with the weather division, with my my father's weather division.
Yeah.
Oh, not my father's weather division. He just owns the whole weather division. No, it just ended up being kind of, they didn't know what to do with me, so I tried my damnedest to do something interesting and technical. I think I wrote some VB script to make a scanner automate it, but it was based on timing, so if you changed any small piece of anything, it would just shut the whole thing down. But hey,
so, and all that is related to basically computer coding, right?
It kind of tied into there. That's that's kind of what I thought.
Because I know nothing about any of that, and so I hear words and I go, I think that's computer words.
Right, computer words. Well, I just come off of high school at that point. I'd taken 2 years of programming in high school, and I got really interested in it. I knew instantly that's what I wanted to do. Okay,
so you're in Omaha after 16, and you're in high school, and then you end up getting into programming.
I get into programming. Okay. Through high school. I want to try to do something useful, maybe, and so I try to put those skills to use with the Air Force, and it didn't really happen, but that's okay.
What time period is this? Because in relevance to when programming and all that stuff came out, was this an emerging career? I mean, was this something that you were like, man, I could totally get into this and be really solid for the rest of my life in it, It
was the year 2000.
2000, okay.
I got interested in 98.
98, so yeah, I mean, it's still, not necessarily early, but...
It's pretty early.
Early enough on that...
Enough that like not everyone in the world has used a computer at this point.
Yeah, I'd say that there are
still
definitely
true.
Well, yeah, but so to speak, where you're at, like you're getting more into technology and
Sure.
that's making sense to you. Cool. So you try to get into Offutt Air Force Base and help them out with their weather program.
Well, not really. I was just looking for a summer job,
Right on.
and something that I could use a little bit of cash for college because I knew
Okay.
I was going up to UNO, Nebraska at Omaha.
Okay.
For the programming, the computer science program there at that time.
Nice. How was that?
It was really good. They just redesigned it. They built up a whole new southern campus, which was devoted to engineering.
Mm-hmm.
And I was computer science, which was a lot softer than the computer engineers on the science side. It was previous to that year. It was actually a bachelor's of arts before it became a bachelor of science. So
I just kind of moving it all over the place then.
well, and I liken it to an art actually.
Okay.
There's some skill involved. It's to me. This is weird. I liken the entire process to carpentry.
Okay. How so? Like, what's your analogy?
You get these techniques that you build in. You learn how to use them and you apply them. I mean, there's harder sciences on there. There's parts where you're really figuring out large, complex mathematical stuff, and you're having to worry about like efficiency and whatnot. Most programmers don't do that. Most programmers have a thing they're designing, a part of a thing they're designing, and they just apply their skill set, their trade to that, and they just keep improving their skill set through practice, through reading, through that kind of stuff. But it's not as hard. I can't do calculus anymore.
Oh, I can never do calculus, so we're in the same boat, my
There we
friend.
go.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
So every once in a
Cool.
while, I'll dive a little more hard science, but it's
Sure.
pretty rare.
Yeah, but I like that though because I feel like people who put it more in artistic terms, there's finesse to it,
Passion.
even a little bit of showmanship. You know, like and I know my brother is going to school for engineering and I feel like he's so, I hate to say it, robotic. Like he's just like, I don't know what emotion is.
Oh, well.
And I don't know what that is. Like, I feel like is like engineering school just taking emotion and art out of him? Or is that just who he is as a person? I'm sorry, Jesse, if you ever watch this. I don't mean to be your
Hey,
like your
Jesse,
robot.
I'm your boy. I know.
He understands though. That's why I'm asking. I need to know.
It's pretty common. I mean, there's two types of people who went into those areas, and there were the ones who were kind of more robotic, and I would follow into that actually a little bit.
Okay.
I wasn't emotionally mature for a long time. I still probably not.
Okay.
But and there's other people who just hear that there's money in it, and
Right.
those people end up becoming managers.
Okay.
Or well, that's not always true. That's a generalization.
Yeah.
Some of them become really good programmers. I just don't really know if that's who that would be because I don't usually dive into their personal lives.
Sure.
But yeah, there's definitely a management information systems was pretty heavy for people who just kind of couldn't hack it as programmers. I don't know. It's not complicated. It's easy. You tell it what to do. It does it.
That sounds complicated to me, but then again, like I say, I don't know, a whole lot about
Sure.
the world of it, but it seems like I mean, it makes the world work though. Like,
Yes.
if you think about it, and most people don't know how the internet works or how websites are made or how anything really technology-wise is created and operational.
Sure.
And you do. And that's kind of like, it's amazing to me. Like I have,
Okay.
like, is that weird? Is it weird to have somebody say that to you?
It's a little weird. I mean, I've used to talk about it much more with much more fervor, much more passion. It used to be really what was driving. So
Yeah.
I've had people say that it was fun to listen to me talk about it so passionately.
Yeah.
And you grow up and I don't know, some of it goes away a little bit just because it's what you do for a living.
Sure.
I think that's probably why.
Yeah.
Or because I'm not following my vision.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a bummer. I don't need to talk about that.
Well, let's think about that then. So, what do you do now? You're working as a programmer.
I work as a programmer out in Shawnee.
Okay.
And It works pretty well. It's a large shop. The weird thing about that is that once you're in that large shop, you're just basically working through the next little piece of a larger feature, which is, and you're kind of like, I don't feel the creativity that I used to.
Okay.
Honestly.
Yeah, because it's your job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that though. I mean, I'm a chef, and I mean that's kind of like my relation to it is in the sense of like I have to create food, and eventually I just kind of get burnt out on creating the same food all the time.
Okay.
And I want to create something new and do something that's along the same lines of cooking, but it's just not fresh anymore. I'm not as passionate about it because it's the same thing over and over.
It comes and goes in cycles.
Yeah.
So I don't talk about it as much anymore, really. I kind of toned down because also most people aren't interested to hear you geek on for hours and hours and hours about how programming is so cool.
You'd be surprised. Kevin Mullaney, another a friend of mine, would definitely love to hear you. I bet you guys could talk for hours and hours and hours. Yeah, he is a coder and a programmer to the end of time, I think. So, but he's great though. Again, I would talk to him more about it if I knew about it. But we talked one time. I think we were hanging out, and he said he could just talk about it all day long. And he's like, if I don't stop doing coding, I'm not gonna ever get out of this place. And it was really funny. So. All right. So then, what other passions do you have besides the job passion?
Besides the job passion, well, improv, obviously.
Improvisation, which is how we know each other.
Yes.
We got to meet each other through classes, and now you were coming to some shows and stuff way before I even think I can remember. I think you've got a pretty good history of Kansas City. The improv scene.
I actually do. That's true.
When did you get here? What were you? When did you get involved in all that?
Well, I came down here 5 years ago now, and my friend Christian Robinson was already involved, and he was already doing things with his group. And
that was Holy Cow.
Holy Cow.
Yeah.
And they put on the shows, they put invites out, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go support my friends. I'll come see their shows.
Awesome.
And when they started doing some long form, it just kind of clicked.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to see more of this. So I continued basically owning their shows because I wasn't going to go out and look for everything in the community at that point because I'm still kind of this like loner, I guess.
Still new to the city. Maybe a couple people. Do you have work friends that you did stuff with at all, or just
not really?
No. Just kind of
unfortunately.
Yeah.
So basically, I for about 3 years there, I was just following it. And Holy Cow dissolved, and all of a sudden I hear Cindy Patasic, Passion.
Yeah.
Wait, other way around. Other way around.
It was Passion.
Now it's Patasic.
Yeah. That's so strange.
But
Cindy.
Yeah. She posted. There's Trish Barong is having a workshop, and I'm like, yeah, really? Anyone can go to all levels. Just sure, I'll take a shot at this.
Cool.
And it was a great workshop.
Awesome.
It was a wonderful workshop, and I said I wanted more at that point. And about 3 months later, level 1 was starting up again for KCIC.
The KC Improv Company.
KC Improv
classes. Company. Yeah. So you got the bug. And you from Trish really with kind of like helping you. And what do you remember from that? Like, what do you remember like as that moment being like, I want more of this? What was it?
Mostly that I could do it. Mostly that I was having. I actually had some scenes, not all of them, but some scenes in that workshop that I was like, wait a minute, that's successful. That's improv. And before I wasn't sure I was capable of doing it.
I think that's a common fear for a lot of people that they see people on the stage like I can't do that, and to an extent, it's kind of frightening to be in front of all those people. But if you just think about it as in the fact that you're just having a conversation or acting naturally, and then funny things ensue because of that, or if you're doing short form, you're being set up to find the game there already being played for you, and so you just play into that, and I think it is a lot easier than people make it out to be most of the time. But if everybody did it, then I probably wouldn't do it.
Because it wouldn't be niche enough
No,
for
it
you?
wouldn't be
Not
rich
cool enough?
No, I would just be like, that's
it-
lame. I wouldn't do
it's
that.
not a hipster art form anymore?
No.
No?
It's too
Okay.
it's too cool. It's too mainstream.
Too mainstream.
No, I'm just kidding. No, that's awesome. So you took level 1 classes.
Yep.
And,
well, with you,
yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Like 3 weeks, I think I was able. No, was it? No, it was longer than that. It was 5 weeks, I think, with you.
Yeah. Was I splitting it with someone else, or was it?
I missed like the first 2 weeks. I wasn't aware of it going on.
Yeah.
Or some sort of other thing caused me to not be able to do it.
Yeah.
Um,
Right on. What was that experience like?
with you?
Yeah.
That was wonderful.
Good. I'm glad.
You were a very supportive teacher.
I'm glad. Good. I probably was in my phase of being very supportive, because I had a phase there where I wasn't so supportive as a teacher, and you got to the good phase.
Oh, good.
So yeah, I'm glad.
And the good phase like continued from there on up. Like I was the lightning of your soul is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You were the lightning of my soul. Yes.
Always. That warms me so much.
I do what I can.
Oh.
So no, it's just in the sense of like my course in improv has just been so up and down along with my personal life, and so I know there's like times where I was teaching and coaching that were good and supportive, and then other times where they weren't so good and supportive, and so I look back at those moments as learning moments for me, especially in the fact that I want to continue to teach and coach and do things like that in the future. So
well, I think everyone has ups and downs, and definitely improv.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're going to go through in general, life in general, you're going to go through ups and downs, and it's going to come out through your improv. Sorry, folks.
That's true. It comes out on stage a lot. It's almost like therapy. I like to think of it that way a lot of the times, especially when something just introduces itself and you have to use that. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's like you said, that's improv. Just really like your real life stuff going on. Yeah. Cool. So, how long have you been the 2 years about doing that?
2 years. Yeah, I went through. Since I wasn't quite ready to move on to level 2 at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I went ahead and retook level 1, and there was only 2 levels when I started.
Oh, this is the early days.
Uh-huh.
The early days.
And there was the level 2s who had been taking it for just ongoing level 2 forever.
Ongoing level 2.
And the level 1s who were being taught short form. And so I retook level 1 with Christian because he was the teacher then. And then level 2 existed, and level 2 people became level 3 people. And that was again Christian, and then level 2 ended, and level 2 became level 3, and level 4 existed. Now
So
master's classes. So as I'm moving through it, new levels are being created.
And you're moving up with those levels.
Yes.
Yeah.
In theory, I took level 4 twice because after level 4 the first time, there was everyone else kind of dropped off of that and decided to go off and do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I took a little bit of time off there, I think 2-3 months, while the level 2 people at that time rose up through level 3, and then I rejoined them for level 4, where I've been improvising with those same set of people more or less since.
Okay, cool. So, and that is that? Are they? Well, I don't know if there's a team, or if they're what are some of the people that you were with in those classes?
At the time, let's think. Cameron, John Adams, Vincent.
Cameron Smith, right? He's in
Cameron Smith.
Yeah, he's in New York.
He moved
back to the East
New
Coast.
York.
Yeah.
I thought it was Washington.
Oh no, yeah, maybe he is. But yeah, I remember John Adams.
I believe RC was in our class.
Mm-hmm. RC Shivers.
Aaron was in our class, and
Aaron Rickert.
Andrew Owens was in our class.
Oh, that's right, Andrew Owens. Is that Owens? Redenbacher.
Yes.
Okay, so Andrew.
Sorry, Andrew.
We don't know your last name. Right, I remember that class. I remember.
So that was the level 4, and then they said, "Hey, master's class," and they combined the 2 level 4s at the time because there was 2 of them running.
Yeah.
And to a super class of 12 people, and that was
super class.
And that was a little bit much, actually.
Oh yeah.
And a number of people dropped off, including me, for another round. Continue taking workshops through Recess Players.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, Recess Players.
Yeah. My friends Christian and Julie and I, we formed the recess players and started offering some workshops, and you came to those.
They've been wonderful. I've been doing them pretty much nonstop.
Yeah.
Every chance I get.
Yeah.
So
awesome. Yeah. That's been really fun for us too, because we had a chance to experiment and do fun things with different people at different times. Because I know there's some workshops where I have like a set plan for things, and there's some where I just totally wing it, and that's what's improv. It's fun,
Yeah.
you know. Like, yeah, it's been really cool. I'm glad you liked them.
yeah, I continue to love them.
Yeah.
I'll be sad that no more classes from Zach.
I know.
I'm just breaking my heart.
I know.
Breaking my heart,
I'm
man.
sorry. I just can't take this pressure anymore.
No. But yeah, so I branched out a little bit, tried a Comedy City class, and now I'm back with a KC Masters class, a KCIC Master class.
Who are you studying with?
Adam
Helsher?
Yes.
How's that?
Wonderful.
Yeah. He's a great guy.
Adam's got a lot of depth. He's a trained actor, so he knows what he's doing. He knows he can be blunt with whatever he wants to say with us, or at least me.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure with all of us.
Yeah.
And you know it's true because it will break your heart when he says it.
Right. So at what point do you feel like you're ready for that bluntness as a performer or a comedian, or like did you feel like you were ready for somebody to start being like, okay, Brad, this is the rub, like I'm going to tell you how it is?
I was ready for it at level 4.
Yeah.
The first round.
Yeah.
Or level 3. Mm-hmm. I was already, come on, be blunt with me. What am I doing wrong here?
Mm-hmm.
It only really works when it is true. When you know that you're not getting advice that you're like, what? No.
Mm-hmm.
But when you like, oh, you're so right. Ouch.
Yeah.
It does so much for me. And yeah, I got thick skin.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, as soon as someone wants to give me advice that you're whatever you're doing, fix that.
Right. Yeah.
I'll take it in. And if I disagree, I will ignore it.
Yeah.
But that's. But if I'm down with what you're saying, if I understand and really absorb it, I'm going to try my damnedest to really take it in.
Yeah.
That being said, there's some bits of personality that just correct. It's harder to correct than just being told it.
Mm-hmm.
You will notice it when you're told.
Yeah.
And you'll continue to notice it every time you do it. Maybe you'll start fixing it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always stuff that you find yourself wanting to work on and getting noted on. And I continually get noted on the same thing over and over again in my rehearsals with my coaches, and it's like I'm working on it, man. Like I'll get there. Like, and you like either you work on it or it just becomes a thing that you do, and you get past it. But it's a difficult process, mentally taxing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, oh God, I can't tell you. I know you probably felt the same way. How many times I wanted to probably just give up on the whole kit and caboodle there and just be like, I guess I'm no good.
Oh.
Like what the hell is happening right now? So. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. I. Not really.
No. Okay.
No.
Good for you.
My edge is that I'm not going to really give up. I'm going to keep doing this.
Good determination.
Where was I going with this? I guess what I'm saying is that I might need to take a break and have a lighter moment, let my head clear, and come back to it, because I feel like this is really enriching my life.
Awesome.
So I'm not going to give it up unless no one wants to work with me.
Gotcha.
And that's my fear.
Okay.
There's my improv fear.
Oh, that's an interesting fear. I mean, that no one, in the sense of that no one wants to be on a team, or that no one will coach you, or what do you mean, or just overall
No, I'm sure I could find coaches. Anyone's going to accept some money, right?
We'll do anything for a couple of greenbacks.
Couple of 20s in my pants. Yeah,
yeah,
fine.
right.
No, yeah, it's finding a team, and I've tried. It's hard to organize people in a team. I get a little discouraged from that.
Yeah.
I'm really not saying anything bad. I'm really happy with the team I'm on, with the master's class.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I want to dive deeper.
Yeah.
And in order to dive deeper, I have to have a group of people who are willing to do that with me, and commit the time to it.
Mm-hmm.
Getting those people to be on board with that is a little rougher than I would have hoped.
Yeah. People's schedules lives, things, commitment's tough sometimes, especially when it's people. Some people make it a hobby, and some people make it a lifestyle choice. And
I'm not going to begrudge people for having their own lives.
No,
so
you can't. You can't. Absolutely, that wouldn't make you a very
terrible person.
Yeah,
just horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna break for a second. I'll do the lightning round.
Ooh,
real quick. I'm just going to rapid fire questions at you, and you just rapid fire the answers right back.
Sure thing.
We may explore, we may not, but we'll get through it. So, ready? Last time that you took a road trip.
Oh, what qualifies a road trip?
Like outside of this current city that you live in.
Just driving there.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm not going to count family visits.
Okay.
So I guess currently the last time I took a real road trip was here. From Omaha.
From Omaha to here?
To here.
All right. Your preferred genre of movie?
Oh, that's a tough one, isn't it? There's a lot of different genres I'm a fan of. I really love Blade Runner. So I think the sci-fi and film noir, future, gritty future.
Gritty future.
I love gritty future.
I like it. Gritty future. Wood cabin or deluxe hotel?
Deluxe hotel.
That's great. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Honestly, I want to go somewhere further south, but or somewhere warmer. Probably California.
California.
Yeah. It's just expensive.
Yeah, no doubt. Favorite drink that doesn't come in a bottle?
Doesn't come in a bottle?
Yeah. It means it has to come out of a fountain or it's handmade.
I guess I'm okay with protein shakes.
Yeah, I love protein shakes.
Like when I'm trying to be a good fitness guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Okay.
Good. How many pixels is too many pixels?
There are never enough pixels.
Ooh, good answer. Handlebars or oh damn it! I thought I had something there. Nope, I didn't have anything.
Handlebars.
Handlebars. Good. I thought you would say that. Your favorite late night cuisine?
Oh, I gotta say, I think it's probably something out of a food truck. Probably falafel out of a food truck is wonderful.
Yeah. The artist in which you wish you could go back and stop from making art?
Yui Boll.
Yui Boll? Who can you elaborate?
Yui Boll is the director who puts all those really terrible video game adaptation movies out.
Oh, okay.
So if you see one, you're just like, that's nothing like the game at all. That's Yui Boll.
All right. The last object you desired?
Probably an iPad. I now have an iPad.
The thing that you would want people to know about you the most?
Oh.
Like if you could boast that out, like, hey, people, I'm...
What do I want people to know?
Yeah. Or know you for.
Oh, know me for?
Sure, let's do that. Know you for.
Okay, I'd like people to know me as a fun, quirky guy.
Nice.
And I think I achieved that, at least.
You have.
As long as I'm not depressy Matt, I'm fun, quirky Matt.
Yeah. Just way more fun. Excellent. That's it. That was all. That's enough questions from me. Yeah, I like that ending on fun, quirky Matt. Because I got to spend time with fun, quirky Matt at Comic-Con. We hung out and walked around and were bedazzled by all of the ongoings at Comic-Con. And it was great to be there with you because, I mean, I consider myself, big into that kind of fandom, but I know that, like, there's other people that have way more extensive knowledge of a lot of this stuff. And so, like, so what drove you to, like, what interests do you have in all of that? Like, I know we talked about, like, Doctor Who and, all that stuff. Like, where do you find yourself gravitating towards a lot?
Oh, what's interesting, you said you did because you're a big Star Wars guy. I know that.
Well, yeah, but Star Wars is like one of many.
One of the many.
I mean, I think that's like my one, and I don't even feel like sometimes I'm that big of a Star Wars fan compared to some people. Have you seen the documentaries about Star Wars? The people who collect like all of the stuff. Oh, there's some people out
I'm
there.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm very sure that exists.
No, but I mean, like, what are some of your favorites? What do you love? What do you what kind of stuff do you get into?
I grew up on like the science fiction shows, Star Trek, and I think I went a year watching at least one of the Star Wars movies, the original Star Wars trilogy, once a night for an entire year. Wow! So I was big into rewatching movies back as a kid.
Yeah, me too.
Just over and over and over again.
Yes.
So. And it kind of just continued from there. Any kind of sci-fi show they put on, I'd watch, no matter how terrible they were, and a lot of them were.
Anything specific you can pull out? We can like maybe some old school references
that we could talk about. Terrible?
Sure. Yeah. What did you find? Like anything you remember?
Oh, Andromeda was pretty bad. I'm sorry, Kevin Sorbo. I love you. I love you, Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah. Was it? He was better than Hercules though.
Yeah, well, Hercules was really fantastic. Hercules, Xena were big for me as well.
I was really into those.
So, and I just moved on from there. I eventually found my way, becoming friends with Christian, and Christian's was into comics pretty heavily. I'm not sure what his current status is on that.
Pretty heavy.
Okay.
Yeah, still pretty heavy.
And I'd go along with them to the comic book shops, and I ended up really wanting to get into indie comics as much as possible because superheroes had no interest to me at all for a long time. And I eventually caved and gave Marvel superheroes a shot, and I really loved them.
Awesome.
And I really stuck with them right until they decide to, change everything. And
change everything how? Like,
I don't know, kill Spider-Man?
What? When did they kill Spider-Man?
Yeah,
I don't even see. This is how far I'm out.
Yeah, like, right now, Spider-Man isn't Spider-Man.
Isn't
Dr. Octopus is Spider-Man.
Dr. Octopus. Okay, I heard about this.
Yeah, he like switched bodies.
That's so crazy. Why do they do that?
Because you got to do something to refresh the line because either you have to end things or you either have to end things or you have to do something that is probably going to be temporary just to mix things up a bit. And I don't blame them because it keeps selling things indefinitely. It's just you lose me when you do that.
I agree. I got to that point where I was reading into the Dr. Octopus takes over Spider-Man's persona. This shit, whatever. Anyway, I'm over it. Let's get past it.
Yeah. No. And the big one for me was actually Stormwatch and the Authority, Wildstorm Universe stuff. Mainly because I was really a big fan of Warren Ellis for a long, long time.
Warren Ellis is the
English author / comic book writer. He's done a few books now. He used to have a website that you couldn't go to when you're at work because he'd keep posting bat penis. Just
bat penis.
A bat with penis. I don't get it. He just wanted to really piss off anyone who his thing was really pissing off people who came to him to complain. Like, okay, I'm trying to read this blah blah blah. This is not work safe.
Yeah,
bat penis.
Bat penis. Interesting.
So and they DC bought up Wildstorm and then proceeded to ruin it. Right as they had proceeded to almost fix it, they went through this. They went through this whole thing where they're like, "Are we going to reset the universe, or are we just going to fix it?"
Yeah.
Now they're going to reset the universe and blow away all their sales. I don't think anything from Wildstorm really exists anymore in any discernible form. But anyways, okay, that's comic books.
Yeah. What else?
What other geekery?
Yeah.
I'm back into wrestling pretty hardcore.
Cool. Yeah.
Pro wrestling.
Yeah. So who's on top right now?
Oh, well, who's on top right now is Superman John Cena.
John Cena?
Good old John Cena. No,
see, I got out of it right when John Cena was coming into it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just couldn't stand that guy.
Well,
I don't know,
he's not for us.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But
I like the old school days where you could have like a awesome I don't want to say character wrestler, but like Undertaker is like the man.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
That's like fun for me.
I hit an attitude era, so I keep wanting that.
Okay.
For for my behaviors.
Sure.
Not. I don't need everything in auto-tuner because some of it was terrible that I forgot, and everyone should have forgotten, and we did. Good on us.
Yeah. Yeah, good on us.
Hey, remember when ICP was wrestling?
Yes! I was an ICP fan! When they entered the WWF, I lost my shit. I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I was a juggalo. I admit it, everybody. I'm sorry. It's coming out. I was an ICP fan. Hardcore juggalo. They can't be friends anymore. It's over, huh? That's it. That's all we've got.
If it was a phase, it could pass.
It was a phase. I no longer am a juggalo. Nor did I ever get a Hatchet Man tattoo.
Oh, good on you.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
I'm still debating it, but I did want to get one at one time.
Just ironically now.
Yeah, maybe for the ironic purpose of maybe like I was a juggalo. See my tattoo, and like it's fresh.
Juggalo for life. Whoop whoop.
Yeah. Whoop whoop.
Yeah. Shit. So oh, sorry. Anyways, but yeah.
So John Cena.
John Cena's back on top, and they're doing some really smart moves, and they're putting a few guys over now who really deserve it. And I don't even really have a problem with John Cena. I just don't like that. There's a few aspects of him that I don't like.
Okay.
But I can admit he can wrestle.
Yeah.
I just am disappointed when they just turn him into the Superman John Cena who can kick out of anything forever.
Yeah, it gets they're just to a point where it's like
no, let him lose clean. Let him lose clean. It's okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. Other geeky stuff, I suppose.
Sure.
Computers, obviously. I'm running out of stuff. I don't know.
Oh man,
I need a new question.
Yeah, that's all right. So, well, even with computer stuff, like, what kind of gaming are you into right now?
Oh yeah, gaming.
Yeah.
Less into it. I go in and out every 4 months of being like, yeah, I'm gonna play some games, or nope, I'm not gonna touch them at all.
Yeah.
Latest thing was Wolfenstein, the new Wolfenstein game.
I heard it was good.
It was pretty awesome.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah, I played the old school one. I have not played the new one.
This one was. I appreciate it. It was dumb fun, and they did more character development than was needed. But appreciate it, because otherwise it would be completely forgettable.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah, because I mean, like even the original and the remake one that they had there in the middle there was they did the sequel or something. To it. It was like,
well, they've all been sequels actually.
Yeah. But like they haven't been that memorable. I remember the first one because because was it 8-bit or was it 16-bit? I can't remember. It
was DOS.
DOS, yeah.
Jesus,
I don't even know.
256 colors, so 8-bit.
Yeah, and that one was like these pixelated movements. You're like,
oh yeah,
I loved it.
Level editors, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, it was so great. Which led me to Doom. And then after that, then Doom was like, oh my god, what is going on here?
I'm with you.
Yeah,
that's where I really kind of caught into PCs in general, actually.
Right.
Before that, because I didn't have one until like sophomore year of high school. I didn't own a computer.
Oh wow! So it took you for a little while to like kind of get into that then.
Yeah, I mean, I had like a Commodore 64, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, but the Commodore's classic, man.
It counts.
Commodore's classic,
it's,
all right?
It's classic.
Discredit the Commodore.
But it was already positively ancient when I was getting into it.
Those things are worth a lot of money nowadays if they're in pristine order.
Yeah, tell me about
People are really looking for those.
Yeah, should have sold it.
Right? You should have held on to it.
Should have held on, like I told my father to.
Oh man. So Wolfenstein was good, but you're not really doing anything right now.
No, right now. I mean, there's some things that got my eye, but right now it's summer-ish. So I'm like, God, I really don't want to be in front of my computer the entire summer, or more specifically my television because my computer's hooked up to it.
Yeah.
But
it's all connected.
That's all. Yeah. So I'm on my down phase of gaming. I'm sure it will pick back up in winter. But you do what you do.
Yeah. This seasonally things happen. I am not into any gaming right now. Like I was playing some PS3 games there for a while, and then it faded out. And I currently have no internet, no cable. I feel disconnected other than what I can do on my phone, and phone capabilities can go so far. Smartphones can do a lot, but I still don't feel like I can be as connected all the time, and that's probably a good thing for people at some point to like get a little disconnected. You know?
Oh, it's really healthy.
Yeah. I feel like because I haven't had Netflix for a while, and that has been really weird, but also really good. But then I hear everybody talking about all these great shows on Netflix and these documentaries and these movies, and I'm like, I don't have time.
I don't know. I constantly question whether I should have Netflix. I like watch a movie a month on, I swear.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, so you're really conservative with it then.
I don't like B movies anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So
they've got a little bit better about
that.
They
have. There's some stuff on there. I threw it on my list, and I still I can't get excited about sitting down and watching something for 2 hours either.
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of Marvel movies that are on there now. Captain America was on there.
True.
Thor was on there. So I think they're really getting into that TV show stuff.
Okay.
Obviously.
Like,
Orange Is the New Black, and
that's the danger of Netflix is I will watch an entire season in a weekend. I will binge watch my Netflix.
There it is. Yeah, that's my problem too. Is that I got into Dexter and I just started watching just
the entire way through.
Episode. Ugh, it kills me because I don't want to sit there and just waste my life with doing that. But my last endeavor was True Detective. I'm glad I did that one.
Oh, really?
That was worth it. That was brilliant. You didn't find it to be?
I didn't watch it.
No?
I'm like, do I really care? Should I care? Should I care that much?
I think if you're into a dark, twisted storytelling, and it's a unique style of filming that I enjoy. Mm-hmm. That's what really sold me on it, was the fact that they did like 3 or 4 different styles of filming with different styles of cameras, and just I don't know, it really sold me on the whole thing. Plus the acting I thought was really good. The guys, they are very emotional in their characters, and so I felt like I was watching not just like this kind of twisted story, but these people that were going through this really incredible moments in their lives.
Okay.
And I think that's more compelling to me than most drama that's like we have a beginning and an end, and we're going to show you all the bullshit in between.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's just
it exploded everywhere, and whenever something gets that hyped, I become a little wary of it.
Yeah, I can see there were other people that I've talked to that were not as impressed with it, but
I haven't seen it, so maybe it's wonderful.
Yeah,
because the last show that got overhyped for me ended up being wonderful, and that was Parks and Rec.
Oh yeah, Parks and Rec. Like
everyone was talking about Parks and Rec so much, and I was like, do I really want to watch this?
Yeah.
Evidently, yes, you want to watch Parks and Rec.
It's so good. I love that show. Another one of those ones on Netflix that I get caught away with binge watching. Yeah. So, we're getting kind of closer to the end here.
Okay.
I know, right? So I'm gonna, and you probably already know this is coming. I'm gonna have you ask me questions.
Oh my
you probably
God.
knew the lightning round was coming too.
Yeah. I knew the lightning round.
Prepare for it.
I'm not. No. Not at all. No.
Can't prepare for the lightning round.
Can't prepare for the lightning round.
So give me if you have any questions or anything that you want to ask or whatever. So.
Let's go with a fun one.
Ooh, fun ones.
If you could remake any movie, what would it be and why?
Okay. Jurassic Park. Because not that I didn't like the original, but I am a dinosaur nut. And if I could remake it, I would be in it, so that I could have animatronic dinosaurs and all these CGI. I don't know. I loved Jurassic Park, and I really I know it's actually kind of a timeless film at this point. And I think at some point they may recreate it, but I don't know. For the standpoint of the fact that I could be in a dinosaur film,
sure,
just being a nerd. And loving dinosaurs.
To be fair, it holds up, so it's kind of hard to remake it at this point.
Right.
But
so to have fun.
To have fun.
I think that would be fun.
Would your raptors have feathers?
Yeah, I think they'd be a little bit Rio de Janeiro. Like they'd have a little they'd be like feathery, maybe a little bit.
You'd fix that to match the modern science.
Yeah. So you could see how the bird aspect of it really fit in. The bird to reptile transformation, or was it reptile to bird? I guess it was reptile to bird.
Reptile to bird.
Because because they were older and then they turned into birds, but then they have reptiles
then
again.
They turned into birds.
I like it.
Birds.
Yeah.
Other questions. Favorite type of shoe.
Favorite type of shoe.
Not necessarily one you would wear.
Yeah. That's a good question. I really like boots, but I don't wear them.
Mm-hmm.
But I like them. And I guess in the sense of, I mean, I hate to say like cowboy boots, but like not flashy cowboy boots. Like shit kicker cowboy boots.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The
and
stuff
you from Omaha.
Stuff you go out.
Yeah.
Omaha is not
okay,
country.
but still, it's in Nebraska. You've seen people wearing. You know what I'm talking about. Like,
well, there's people wearing them, but not very many.
Okay, fair enough. I've been to Omaha. There's not a lot of people wearing cowboy boots.
It's
Sorry,
the one.
Omaha.
It's the one city. It's the
it's
one
the
city.
one city in Nebraska
that
nobody
matters.
wears cowboy boots.
Yeah, I mean, Lincoln's not really a city. Sorry, Lincoln.
No, but you know what I'm talking about. Like kind of like those. Like the. I'm trying to think of like a pair of boots that. But yeah.
No. I have family in like middle of Illinois area, and they're definitely farmers, and they definitely wear these kind of things. So I'm right on board with you.
Yeah. My stepfather is from middle of Illinois, and his cousin owns a boot shop in Ottawa, Illinois. Okay. And when I was younger, we would go there, and I would always get a pair of boots, and I wouldn't get flashy ones. I'd get like shit kicker boots, So that's what I like to call them.
That's probably what they're called by a lot of people, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, those are it. Those are the boots.
Yeah. Okay.
Shoes. Not shoes, but whatever.
I can dig it.
Yeah. Yeah. What else? One more.
Okay. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go, and who would you take with you?
Fictional or non-fictional?
Fictional's okay, but as long as it's on this world.
Yeah.
And I think I know the answer for who you'll take with you, but go ahead.
Oh, I didn't take my girlfriend?
Yeah! Why wouldn't you take your girlfriend? Why would you not take your girlfriend, Zach?
You're right. She would be so upset with me if I didn't take her with me. Okay. Egypt would be the place.
Okay.
I know it's a real place, but I am infatuated.
It is.
I don't know.
It is. The answer it is. It is confirmed.
Yeah, I'm infatuated with Egypt, and Egyptology is just such a passion that I have right now, and studying it, and I haven't been reading as much lately as I wish I had. But yeah, I'd take my girlfriend probably to Egypt, and we'd play around in the sand and explore.
So modern war-torn Egypt?
Oh, can I go anytime? You say anytime?
You said fictional, so I'm going to assume that you can be in the cast of the Mummy for all I care.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, right now in Egypt, I wouldn't go to Egypt right now. Like I would go in like the early late 1800s, early 1900s.
Yeah.
Like that's when they were excavating and they were like finding all this incredible stuff out. If I could really go back in time, obviously I'd go back to the time of the pharaohs. But I don't know. That's a trip. Like what we discover and what we think we know about them may it's only what we think we know. It may not even really be true.
Could you imagine showing up there like and they'd be like
me and Amy and be like, "What's up, guys?
What?
You guys been to this Nile River?
Are you gods?"
Yeah.
The answer's always yes.
Always yes. Oh my gosh. Well, Matthew, sorry.
Yes, that's fine. I referred to myself as Matt several times.
This has been a treat. Oh my god, we've went from like one end of the spectrum to the other end of the spectrum.
It kind of has.
It was great.
Hopefully, it was interesting to watch at home. I don't know.
I think so. I was all into it. So
all right.
Yeah, awesome. So thank you so much for coming onto the show, and thank you all for listening and watching. Be sure to check us out at z-prov.com. Thanks to Dale helping us out on the tech as always, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Bye.